Well, yes, a second video on the Dogman channel. Why not? I was already out here filming for my other channel, but I've been busy today. I put the new blade on the brush cutter. I'm just going to take you around and show you some of my progress, although it may not look like it. Spin you around. This is the land I cleared. Oops. This is the land I cleared last year. I went through here, knocked down all this tall privet and stuff, and once that all dies up a little bit, I missed a few spots, but pretty much got all of that where my land ends. Where you see that it's that tall stuff, that's not my land. So, and all right, I still got to put the string on the weed eater and get some of this small stuff. But I got more of my trails exposed today. We'll take a look. I'll show you. I got some plans for this deck over here. Still got to clean up from last year. You know, I started that in probably April, I think, of last year, maybe March, and it just got too hot, and everything started growing up before I could finish. But I got in here today and got all this knocked down. And this won't grow back till next spring now. So the problem with this deck was I didn't use treated lumber. That joist there is actually treated, but it's so old. It used to be a flower or a planter. So I think I'm going to rebuild this. The deck boards are still good. These are the original deck boards that were on the old loft deck, but they're still solid. So I think I can salvage these, strip them down, and then I'll replace these with good treated lumber. I'm going to pull those out. I'll put new posts in. We're going to leave it right here where it is because, man, it's got a great view. And we're just going to build a whole new outside deck, a gazebo type thing maybe. It didn't take me long when I did build it, so I'm just going to build it a little better, build it with the right wood, because it's a really nice place to come sit, and the dogs like to come out here. I don't know. Well, I'm going to mill it around in my head and figure out what I exactly want to do with it. But I did get my trails all cut. And man, just think, I had all this cleared last spring. All of this was down. Look how big it got. And I need to take this tree down. It's dead. So I got all these done. Now you can see the fire pit, which needs burned. This is the worst time of year to burn around here. Although it hasn't been that dry, but we had that big fire here 2015, October 15th. So I don't do any burning in October. There's another one I can knock down, but you know, I don't think I'm going to fool with this anymore. There's just nothing I can do in there. It's just too rocky, and what am I going to do on a hill like that? I did get all this knocked down. Still got to come in here with the string weed eater, but I got all that privet cut down. And when the leaves and everything fall off, I'll have a much better view of this whole valley. And I've only been cutting this once a year now. But I've noticed the privet's only coming in a few places, and the rest of it I can get with a string weed eater, which I still got to come in here with. So the more you cut it, the less that stuff comes back. That's a majestic oak tree there, I'm going to tell you. Look at that dude. Yeah, got all this cut back in here. It's a lot of work, I ain't gonna lie, but it's good for me. Still got some minor stuff to cut. How did I cut all of that and then miss that? I have no idea. And I'll tell you, that's rattlesnake country back in there. I was really watching when I was back in there. So, and I'll have to relocate some of this fencing. These are tomato cages, and I've got some metal. I'm gonna wait till it gets cold where I don't have to worry about snakes in there. And there still might be some in there, but oh well. I have not found any snakes underneath anything since I've been here. Let's lift this board up and see. Think there's anything living under there? Let's see. See? Nothing. Nada. They just don't do it. Not when they got all that to live in. Hell yeah. Who knows what's living in there? Ah, this is a never-ending problem. Never ending. Well, the bonus video. There's the chickens. They're doing their digging, doing what they do. Now, let me show you here. Now, you guys seen the new swing, but I do got this. I bought this mulch, and I've got these posts. I think I'm going to drill some holes through them and kind of square off an area. See how unlevel this is? I need to dig out a little bit and get a nice level area, and then I got some weed mat I'm going to put down, maybe a 20 by 20 area. And I'll put that mulch down. I know the mulch only lasts a couple of years, but I may not even put weed mat. I may just put the mulch down and let it do what it does naturally, and then later maybe put some gravel back here. But I want to put the swing. I want to have a couple of chairs and maybe a fire pit. Not one of them fire pits. Just a cool looking fire pit. I can come up here and throw a few logs in. And I think that'd be nice. Well, there's Miss Tilly. What would you do if the chickens came over and drank out of your water? Huh? You think that their water tastes different from your water? It's the same water. It's the same water, you silly girl. And you pooped in the video yesterday. I'm sitting there in that chair talking to the people, and there you are right behind me taking a big poop right on video. Yes, people saw it. Yeah, they know you poop now. They know you poop. So that'll help eliminate some of these, and I still got a little fence I'm going to put up around here somewhere, but yeah. All right, let's go check on these ribs, and I guess that's good enough. Still got to take these to the dog rescue because I bought those to donate. These ribs ought to be pretty close. This is the second time I've used this. Now, I had it originally on 230 degrees for 3 hours, and I just now hiked it up to 385 just to sear in that. Oh, yeah, they're done. Oh, these are baby back pork ribs. They're good, man. And it hasn't even used a hopper full. Now, I did add more, so I still don't think it's used a whole hopper for 4.5 hours in there. So far, I'm liking it, but it takes longer to cook on these, I think. I'm still playing around with the temperatures. And, you know, we'll figure it out. But it's going to be cheaper, I think, than charcoal. And this is coming up in the next week. I got a new stand for my saws so I can cut my trim. I need to trim these windows out. We can get the trim up, paint it. There's going to get some hardware cloth to cover this up here and get some guttering on here. So I got to build it out so I can attach some guttering. I haven't hung guttering in many, many years, but over here on this railing, it's going to be more like this because I'm going to add a new roof that comes all the way out here. See, I haven't even finished this. It's temporary. But it's going to come all the way to here, all the way across level with that other roof there. So there will be a solid, at least a partial solid wall up there. I'll probably just do the whole wall solid. And then we got to get, and then this building will be done. Trim out the door, match the paint. You can see the difference in paint. I'm even considering getting a whole new color for this house. But I kind of like this tan color. I wouldn't even mind it that color. But that's factory there. So, all right, bonus video for this channel. Thanks for watching. Happy trails.